What's up, guys? This video is going to be more about music taste, and so I know that most of y'all would not be really interested in this in comparison to me playing stuff, but I have to have this rant, and I will launch or put out another video of me actually like playing stuff, like learning stuff, because I've still been kind of doing that, but tried to get a second job. It was like 20 extra hours a week, man. That shit killed me. And I had the no-show, and I feel bad. I still haven't apologized yet, and I'm too anxious to text that boss from that other job. But we're chilling, we're fine. And so I've come back to playing guitar, and I wanted to rant not really about me playing. I could do the same old drills that I've done before, or like learn to play some cool stuff. Like, I know I've been working on Seven Nation Army, Blitzkrieg Bop, that one SpongeBob song, and all the other stuff. But outside of that, when I first got this guitar, I didn't pick it. I know it's like Albanese, whatever, but I used to struggle because I got this guitar and I had lessons at a music and arts store to save money on this guitar. And so I had it for about a month. And, technically part of the second month, but I really didn't improve. I actually did practice at home, and I would lie to my instructor and tell him that I did not practice at all because I felt so bad. Like, I wanted to play Stand By Me, right? Like, I want to play something simple, and I found a tutorial where it's like, oh wait, no, wrong one. I'm still not that fast at it. Okay, nice, right? Okay, so that's kind of what I focused on playing. My guitar teacher at the time wanted to focus on teaching me the feeling of music and how it is, and like what I would want to play, and to just mess around with it like it's a toy. For me, my brain is too binary for that when it comes to actually like learning stuff. I want to actually grasp control of things to learn things and like understand everything about it. And so he would offer me learning from the music, like technically workbooks, almost as if it would be like a punishment, be like, hey, if you don't, that's how I felt when he said it. I think he genuinely thought that would be a better approach for me, which when looking back, might have actually been a better approach for me. Because before I saw it as like, oh, okay, so do you want to do this instead of like learning it organically? And I saw it that way, when it really wasn't patronizing in any sort of way. The other thing about it is that initially I messed around with an electric guitar. It was beautiful. It was a cream color. This one's beautiful too, don't get me wrong. But it was some sort of cream color. I think it was a Squier, maybe a Bullet. I'm not too sure. I don't really remember it that well. But I wanted to play that. And I think he could tell that I wanted to play more stuff on electric. But he recommended this because he was like based on size and all the other stuff. I didn't really share what kinds of music that I listened to, but my headphones were loud, super loud, in fact, that he probably heard some stuff I was listening to while walking to and from those lessons. And the reason why I knew that is because he would have me like, la, 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 and then play other chords, right? But there was a point where we were like, ba, 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 ba. And I was like, holy shit, he's on to me. So if you don't know, that's I Want to Be Sedated. And I love that song. It's very fun. I think it's the Ramones version. That's the one I listen to because I love that version. But anyways, he kind of knew, and I think he left me uninspired to play guitar because one, the lessons didn't go as great as I thought they were. I really didn't feel like I was progressing for a few months, but then I picked it up recently, and I've been loving it. But the problem with it was before I think that he's right in a lot of ways, but I think I'm just too acoustic, like mentally, like actually. I mean, I'm not saying autistic, but genuinely I am. I feel like a lot of people use that word in not great ways to like demean autistic people, but I think it's just a way of me just fucking around and saying it without like the baggage of saying, oh, well, I have autism. You know, that's what people think when I just say that shit when I was diagnosed like Asperger's or, you know, it's just how people are. But to describe how it is, I felt like I wanted to learn theory. I wanted to learn how to control it. I wanted to learn all the chords. I wanted to learn how things worked instead of actually fucking around and playing stuff and going off of like how I felt at the time and my music identity and all the other stuff, which is still very important. But I didn't want to do that. And over time, once I started playing songs that I liked, it just kind of came to me where I could just mess around with chords, be like, no. Yeah, and just play random stuff, you know, like. And I was like, dude, that's fun. But I didn't find it fun before, especially because the callus building was too much. It felt like some sort of labor that I had to do. And it wasn't really an itch to play guitar as much as it was like at a point I had to feel ready to take on that pain. Couldn't really do it after work that much because I felt too tired. My technique was bad for me. Now it's not as much of a problem. And so it really demotivated me, the way he described things and how I was supposed to do things. And a lot of people I talk to say that he's right. And I think he is right in a lot of ways. But I think also at the same time, it was just not my way. And he like preached about like, oh, you got to find your way and all this other stuff. And but that's the other thing. That one thing he's right about 100 freaking percent is that the thumb here has to be on the back. It cannot. No. You know, that's a staple. And so I didn't get that. I also move my arm like way too much. I feel like I'm exaggerating, but this is how I felt. I was like, bro, this is so cool, bro. You know, but it's like, instead of that, it'd be more of like a, like this sort of thing. I know it's not a good technique with the bar chords, but I actually had this without warming up with any bar chords, so it was like, I think that's pretty good without it, and this might not be in tune because I just got back from Miku concert, but that's the other thing, is a lot of the stuff that I've wanted to play was more on electric. But also, the more I look stuff up, the more cool stuff I figure out can still be played on acoustic and can still sound really good on acoustic. And so that kind of stopped my mindset where it was like, okay, so what am I going to do? Play stuff that was within my music preference when I was like 14 and I liked Shawn Mendes and all the other stuff. And I don't hate him. I don't hate that kind of music. I don't hate pop music, but it's like not my stuff anymore. And so it was like another level of demotivation. But you know, more and more when you start playing it, and I ended up just learning the chords. That's like the important thing, is I have like most of the bar chords written down. I've been trying to teach myself like the chords and how to play like Cherry Bomb by Silent Siren. I love that song so much. It's so great. And so that's like my main project right now. Am I doing good at it? No. But, you know, like I'm gonna eventually get there, and I'm probably, with that thing that I showed you, like the Stand By Me thing, I'm gonna work on it with my singing, you know, and all the other stuff, and I'm gonna play the simplified version instead of the bar chords. But I'm gonna most likely launch a cover soon, most likely even later tonight, you know. But I think this story can tell you a lot with like your journey on guitar, because generally it's not linear, just like most learning. And for me, it was a point of condescension, because I know a lot of people feel that way whenever someone's genuinely taking the time to teach them, where they kind of just say, fuck you, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, you don't know me. And that's kind of how I felt, because it's like, the other thing is he just kept on telling me, turn off work brain. You're too much of a responsible adult. You need to be more of a kid. You need to fuck around with the chords. You need to just actually figure shit out. and just play shit that you like. And so I understand that, but it just didn't click with me. The other thing is, like, I would walk back and forth, and it was summer. It was like super hot. And I did it as an escape because I didn't like my living situation, people I was living with at the time, yada, yada, yada. And so I felt like I needed this. I needed this to feel better. I needed it now, you know? So I thought that way. And he would talk to me about tuning. And there was one day where I walked there and I was like damn near like passing out before I actually got there. He was like, oh my gosh, you're not supposed to actually walk in that weather. And I just felt so not only demotivated, not only kind of like angry, but just not fully in it at the time. And he looked at me super concerned, like, why are you what's going on? Because at that point, it isn't something I'm doing for fun. It's like some sort of work I have to do. It's like school where you don't actually learn stuff that you like. You have to do the worksheets. You have to do the work in order to get grades on things. And that's how I went about my guitar progression before this guitar progression stuff that I actually started posting. Because, for example, I had E minor, I had E, I had A minor, all the simple ones, you know. I had C. Oh, okay, I messed it up. I just got back from doing rave dancing. My head is freaking clouded. But yeah, the C, and then D, and then G. And that was most of the stuff that I knew back then. And so I come back to it knowing that, like, basic stuff, and started working on that, and then working on more things, and I'm working on bar chords. But that's the thing is, even now I still gotta have to like let go to actually let my progression go through. And I can't let that string a hold of control that I need to feel like, or I really need to feel like I have it, when realistically I don't need it. Like, that's not what I actually need to get better at things. And it's like, self-progression taught me this stuff where I needed to actually learn it the hard way and not take it from someone who's been there. I need to actually like fail myself. I need to actually do this stuff. And it just sucks. It sucks to be disheartened when it comes to playing something that you feel so set on, what you think would be so cool. You know, you like it, but then it's like you're hoping everything out of it. Like, I don't even know how to really describe it other than I was hoping that this would make my life feel less painful, and it kind of does, but I didn't need to just force it out of it. And that's where I was going with it. And now I'm still trying to learn theory and chord progressions and where things are. I think realistically, when it comes to playing things, especially with just chords, I'm not gonna lie, bar chords, they're hard when it comes to like the learning curve. They're actually super easy over time. From what I can tell, it'll be so easy to just, you know, oh, what do you need to play? Okay, so most bar chords are played, you know, with one of these strings played, or maybe one of these strings played, maybe two of these strings played, maybe these three played with it, maybe these three. But you know what? It is literally like within, I think, less than like 5 positions, 10 positions. I have no idea like numerically, but I think it'd just be easy to have this finger here. You slide, you know, you have some of your fingers down here, maybe here, you move that, you know, you reform it, all the other stuff. That was actually bad posture. But yeah, that's kind of how I'm going to go about things when it comes to learning things. I think I took too long to actually describe how it felt, but I know some of y'all out there will relate to this, because I think it's just a story of like the struggle when it comes to actually getting into something. And a lot of the barrier to entry is just there, and it's daunting. And it's just not, it's not good to like, it actually is good to go through, but it doesn't feel good at that zone. So, anyways, oh, what the hell? I thought my couch was longer than that, but apparently it hit my bench, but it's okay from what I can tell. Anyways, see y'all later. Like, subscribe, share with your mom. What are you doing, cat? Share with your mom. Okay, I'll see y'all.